specifically just to go play the Pokemon games. And there are some of those consoles that do have a Yu-Gi-Oh version, like a Yu-Gi-Oh game kind of thing. I'll go and pick that up too. But for the most part, let me see, what else can we do here? I'm distracting myself a little bit, but I'm just trying to figure out what we need to do. Okay, well, we can go through the Rocket Den, and I think that should be fine. While I go switch to Pikachu, so Pikachu can actually take care of some things. I want Pikachu to be the one that's more over-leveled than Drachytham, even though Drachytham I think probably has better stats and a better move pool. Yeah, because I think I stuck with Minecraft, and I think I died maybe once or twice within like an hour. Because I am so used to having a mouse and keyboard, so having a controller in my hand, because I remember playing Minecraft with on the PS4, I think, PS3 or PS4, I think, and the Xbox 360. I don't even know half the controls, or even like 75% of the controls that are on those consoles. Specifically because I'm so used to the Java edition, which was PC only, because Minecraft was only PC. And so that's what I was so used to, was that it was only on the computer kind of thing. So I was always on the computer and always playing Minecraft, so I got so used to the mouse and keyboard controls. And even when they added a new feature through the keyboard kind of thing, like sprint was double tap W for the most part. You couldn't use, Control or Shift, I think, for it. So you can toggle it on. Yeah, that never existed. It was always double tap W or double... Yeah, it was double tap W. I'm trying to think if they ever had a double tap S kind of thing so you can sprint backwards, but I don't think so. I think it was just double tap W. And that was it. So when I ended up like sort of playing on the Nintendo Switch controller, I had to kind of learn the controls at the same time. That's not really good when you have a bunch of people around, like a bunch of kids around you that have already played Minecraft with the controller. So they're telling me that I'm not good at Minecraft. And I'm just like, I played it longer than you. I'm not joking, I have. I've played Minecraft since beta 1.3 on the PC. No, 1.12, sorry. Or 1.2, sorry. It was the update before Beds even came out for the Java edition. Because I remember, because I made a base, and I made the makeshift bed thing that people used to do. And same idea, like I played Minecraft for a long time, but I've never steered away from the PC version nearly as much. That's the whole reason why the CircuitCraft server has never moved from Java edition to Bedrock. That is one thing that we do want to do, but I gotta figure out if there's even a supported feature for a free Bedrock server that you can put on a computer though. Because I don't want the whole Realm thing where you have to pay and it only keeps it for a certain amount of time or whatever, even though if it gives you free access to do whatever the heck you want kind of thing. I don't really care for that. I'd rather have full control over it, where if I want to delete, let's say, the Nether so we can reset it, I can do that through my computer. Or save it for the next time, so that, let's say, oh man, I forgot, this one thing from the Nether. I can go, don't worry, I'll just go load that back in. Actually, I don't really remember if I talked about this. I think I talked about it briefly, but I don't think I talked about it fully. So I think I'll talk about it a little bit more through here. Even though it's more Minecraft related than actually Pokemon related, I think it's still fine because there's not really too much to talk about anyway. You could just say what the Rocket people are saying and just start making dialogue saying like, oh man, you're going to defeat me or anything like that. It's not really that interesting. So this is a little bit of a history for the CircuitCraft server, especially during 1.15? Is it 1.15 or is it 1.16? No, it's 15. yeah, so before I started uploading on this channel, because I think it was during 1.16. So 1.15, we originally, so Servercraft has existed since 1.13. Just 1.13, my friend was mostly doing live streams of it, and that was it. That was the only kind of videos that were being pumped around on it, was just live streams. At 1.14, same idea, live streams only, except for I think we added another member during the server. Now, this extra member did join us during 1.13, tried to make something, but since we were moving to 1.14 a little bit later on, after we sort of resolved an issue with structure blocks specifically, we sort of just started porting to 1.14, so he said, you know what? I'm going to go rebuild this in 1.14, and I'm just going to explode whatever I have currently in 1.13, and he literally just created a crater exactly where he was, and I went, well, okay then. So I think that's why when I went through 1.13, I never showed off their creations, because I knew one of them was a crater, and the other one, I never really did bother trying to look up where they were. So I never really did bother with trying to figure out where everybody was located, because who really cares? You know what I should have done? I should have stored items. Because right now, that's going to be pretty much the last item I'm going to be able to collect. Okay, can I go back at all? I need to go to the Pokemon Center. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So I need to go here, and I need to kind of go here, so I can do this, so we can go back to the Pokemon Center. Pretty much just store everything. But yeah, so during 1.15, we were having server issues where we were adding another member to the server, and they were having issues connecting to the server. Now, for some reason, I don't remember how this happened, but for some reason, the port closed itself and refused to open back up. Now, if you don't know how Minecraft servers work, your computer has to pretty much open a port through, like on your router kind of thing, to open a port specifically for the Minecraft server to go through, so that people can connect to it freely and, you know, anytime that they want. Now, for some reason, I don't know how this happened, but the router decided to just go, you know what? I'm going to keep this port closed for as long as I want to. And no matter how many times I tried to open it, it remained closed. So I got really angry, and I'm like, well, I don't know what the heck's going on here. So I tried, and I couldn't find a way to do it. Now, I think I said this in one of the Servercraft sessions, I think. So we ended up finding a free host, person, or company, or whatever, that would host a Minecraft server for free, with extra features with, I think it was Bucket, and I think Spigot, I think. I might be wrong on that. But they had, like, these extra features that we didn't really need. But they were freely providing it, so we're like, okay, like, we just want the free server kind of thing. And they gave us a bunch of really cool options for it. And one of the things was that at any point in time, if we want to download the world, at any point we can do that. It has extra commands specifically for this. So I thought, you know what? This will be kind of amazing. We get to add extra, we get to add data packs like they're nothing, and we get to, you know, do all this other kind of stuff, you know? It's amazing. This server literally did not like what we were doing. So when I got the router, well, we got a new router for it anyway. So when we got a new router, I was like, oh, I can do it now. So I was trying to download the world from them. It kept giving me errors and errors and errors on whatever it was kind of spitting out at that moment. So I said, what's going on here? It's just spitting errors out every which way I look at it. What is going on here? So I'm confused by everything that's happening right now. I don't know what's going on. This random free server sort of thing is just being very confusing. I'm trying to download it, and it's like, nope, don't want to. Don't want to let you have your world anymore. So I go to their customer support, and I tell them that I'm having an issue downloading, you know, the server from your whole network. So I thought, you know, maybe they might give me a direct link to, you know, download the world, or, you know, something like that. You know, something so trivial as that. I get told that it's out of their hands because they're using a free service in order to go and do this. Or they're using like a freeware code kind of thing in order for you to download the world. So I'm surprised by all means, and I'm like, so you guys can't help us? Nope, just keep on trying. You'll get it eventually. Well, now I'm pissed because we're having problems trying to get the server back into my hands. Now it's out of my control because I can't get it. And this is one of the reasons why I kind of like having, like, even if my friend had a server kind of thing, as long as it's in somebody I can trust kind of control, I would prefer that. But these random people have our world and are refusing to kind of give it to us at that point. Like, that's how I'm thinking about it. So I'm like, how am I supposed to be happy about this if you guys are just refusing to help us? So I keep brute forcing it, and it's not happening. Now I'm confused, and I'm pissed, because I don't know what's going on, and I can't get the world anymore. So I do two things with the server. So through their end, because I can look at the folder contents kind of thing, I deleted every structure block building that was ever created, and I also deleted every data pack. I made sure to have a copy of each and everything, so it doesn't really matter. And all I did was try to redo the download. And it finally gives it to me. So I was like, thank you very much. We're never using your service again. So that's how I got the world back, but something to kind of talk about in between this was that during this whole sort of thing, they reset our nether because they have a separate thing specifically for the nether and the end kind of thing. Like, it's not under, I think it's like dim 1 and dim 2, I think, for the nether and the end. They have specifically a folder called nether and I think end or something like that, or something around that kind of thing. So pretty much what we had to do is we ended up having, so I told everybody that was on the server specifically for the 1.15 one, while we were using their service, if you need to use the end, or not the end, but more so the nether, because the 1.16 was already not released, but was already sort of showing that it was a nether update. I ended up saying, do your nether shenanigans during 1.15 if you're restarting, or if you're a new person, or if you just want extra items or whatever from the nether, because once 1.16 comes around, it's being reset. And I also told everybody to not build anything in the nether because it is being reset, as I've stated. So yeah, so that's a little bit of history of Serica Craft, and especially the whole shenanigans that happened during 1.15. I was angry beyond belief. Like, I could understand if, I understand they're using a freeware code kind of thing. I don't know how to word it kind of thing. I think freeware code's the best way to kind of explain it. And they didn't understand how it kind of works. I can understand that. But it's on your server. You could send it to a free media, or not free media, what is it, like a free website to put it on, and give me a download link for it. It's not hard. Like, I kind of find it hilarious, though, that they're like, oh yeah, we can't really do that. You're just gonna have to keep on trying. You're gonna have to keep forcing it, and hopefully you get that world back. And I'm like, you guys don't even know what you're doing, do you? Because that's not a good system, then. And if you know the server host, good for you. I don't recommend them anymore. I would have recommended them if they would have actually helped us. Because I would have been like, you know what? Despite having a little bit of issues, they helped us with it. You know, like, I would have given them a good word. But, nope, not anymore. Because with that whole shenanigans, they ain't getting any good publicity from me. Cause, or even any bad ones, to be fair. Because I don't like them anymore. They did give us a free service that we can use. They also gave us something that I was kind of shocked about. So I have a friend that has their own server, and he says that with his server